Calls are growing for the Federal Elections Commission to investigate Donald Trump's presidential campaign for allegedly covering up hush money payments that they made to women during his 2016 presidential run. And we know that this happened because this was said in a sworn statement as part of a different lawsuit that the Trump campaign was hit with recently by former aide, or staffer, I guess, AJ Delgado. Now, here's what happened. During the 2016 Donald Trump for President campaign, AJ Delgado was, in fact, a staffer for the campaign. She had a relationship with, Jason Miller. Sorry, so many Millers that Trump had. It was Jason Miller, she says, and she got pregnant and had a child from that relationship with Jason Miller. But upon becoming pregnant by a higher-up Trump aide, she was relieved of her duties. So she has filed a sex discrimination lawsuit against the Trump campaign, not against Donald Trump himself. But it was recently pointed out that in her filing, she's actually made some claims that could be criminal against the Trump campaign. Let me read you this. The payment that she received to keep her quiet, hey, yeah, we let you go and you're pregnant, all of that, here's money. Don't talk about what happened, who got you pregnant or anything like that. She said, the payment would be routed through a middleman to hide the fact that the campaign had settled from the public and the FEC, Federal Election Commission. I thus have directed personal experience with the defendant campaign hiding settlement payments to women, routing them through a middleman law firm, which to the public would only appear as payments, quote, for legal services. So, according to Ms. Delgado, they paid her to keep quiet about the fact that she had become pregnant from Jason Miller. So she gets a bunch of money. Don't talk about what happened. Don't mention what happened, right? This didn't happen. You're just pregnant, okay? And now we're also going to fire you. But the payment didn't come from the Trump campaign itself, right? You legally can't do that, just pay women hush money payments. And by the way, from her statement there, it makes it sound like there's other women that this happened to as well. So they hired a law firm, as Donald Trump is known to do, according to the trial he's in New York. And instead of paying the woman directly, they had the law firm pay her off, and then they reimbursed the law firm, and according to the financial disclosures, Donald Trump's campaign paid the law firm $4.1 million over 2 months for legal services. But she says, yeah, that was the money they paid me off with, but they hid it from the FEC so that they wouldn't say, hey, that's an illegal use of campaign funds. Does this not sound exactly like what is happening with Donald Trump's New York criminal trial, folks? Like, it is almost copy and paste the exact same thing that's happening with Donald Trump's criminal trial in Manhattan. Like, comically similar. And because of these new revelations from this sworn statement in the lawsuit, because if you lie in a lawsuit, it's basically like lying under oath, so it is considered a sworn statement. The group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington is now calling on the Federal Elections Commission to investigate this 8-year-old event from the Trump campaign. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't know what the statute of limitations is for, campaign finance violations, but I imagine 8 years is probably kind of the upper limit of that, if not over the limit. So will this result in a criminal investigation into Trump's campaign? Probably not. But does it kind of open our eyes a little bit to maybe the fact we ought to be paying a little more attention to what's happening with the Trump campaign? Absolutely. Because after all, Donald Trump has paid, 70 different law firms over the last 2 years? Now, he hasn't had 70 different law firms representing him in court, no. So when you take this story and you add in that new stuff from what the campaign is doing right now over the last 2 years, suddenly makes you wonder, are they paying off more women to keep quiet and disguising it as legal payments? Now that, to me, is definitely something the FEC needs to look into. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.